Hello Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison here, coming to you from the digital studios of Market Club. Well, it's Monday the 4th of April, and we have a little bit of a pullback in some of these markets today. Not unexpected. You probably saw or heard the comments that Trump over the weekend. I think we can attribute that to Trump, today's pullback. But he's calling for a massive recession. And whether that comes true or not, we don't know. No one knows for sure. But one thing we are going to rely on, and that's our trade triangle technology. Let's start off with gold. Gold, as you can see, is basically stuck in a very large box. It's been really trading since this time period here to here, and it's still in that box. It's been a 2-month period, and that's a pretty healthy thing. One thing we also want to look at here is looking at this market in terms of the possible divergence on the RSI. You can see it just a little bit down here, but nothing dramatic. But to me, it looks like we're just sort of bouncing along in this box, and I think we're going to go out of the box on the upside. We had thought the market may still go a little lower, but I think generally speaking, the market is beginning to accumulate strength to have another push up. That's normally what happens. You can see our long-term positive triangles are from 1144. We're currently trading at 1219, so it's up quite a bit, but we want to watch the daily right here and the weekly. Daily will be the first one to give an indication of possible turn, and also the weekly will be confirming that when it goes into a green mode. Also, watch the 50 level on the RSI. If we go above that level, then I think we've got something starting on the upside. But let's give it some time. No need to rush into it right now. Here we are looking at May crude oil, and as you can see, we've been pretty bearish on this market. The signal came in here at 37.71. That's down about $1 from that level, but we are looking for it to go down to perhaps the 35.50 area. And if we put our Fibonacci numbers in, click here once, click on the very high, drag it to the lows, and leave it, and that gives you 35.22 as a potential Fibonacci 61.8% retracement. We are below the 50 line. You can see that right here. Nonetheless, all of our trade triangles are red, indicating a strong downtrend, and we could even go further than this. So let's give this market some time. There's no need to be a buyer right now. If you're an aggressive trader, maybe at the 35.50 level, 35.22, take a shot there, but just for a quick one-day bounce, but that's about it. So let's move on. Okay, we're looking at the Dow, and we've gone back a little further. We've gone back actually all the way to October 2nd of 2015, and the reason I wanted to do that is to show you some of the resistance that is potentially in this market and above the market. If we just do a box, you can see right here, kind of this is the resistance zone, and then if you look down here, you can see also this is where we are right now in the RSI. So the market's very overbought. We're in an area of resistance, and we're also in an area of being overbought. So I would be very, very cautious about pursuing the long side of this market. And I could be wrong. Don't get me wrong. I could be wrong, but the reality is I'm not that enthusiastic about the upside of this market based on the resistance right here and also on the fact that we're very, very overbought, an area that we had problems with before. So let's move on. We're looking at the Nasdaq now right here, and you can see we're going back to the same time period, and you can see again the resistance is above this market, but the Nasdaq is the only one that hasn't turned the monthly trade triangle in a positive mode. So that's something to watch very, very carefully. I would say you could look at two things here. You could look at one, the parabolic, this little line right here as an indicator, and also the fact that we are way up in terms of being overbought, very similar to where we were before. You can see that right here. And I think this market could roll over possibly because this is a cyclic high period. So when I say roll over, just sort of move around like that. So again, I think this potential is we could see this market roll back on the downside. So let's see how that plays out. Last market of the day, this is the S&P 500. You can see that right here. Again, the same type of pattern. We're concerned about the potential of this resistance area. We're not that far away from it, but sometimes you can get very close to these things and they tend to turn down. So let's see how that plays out. We've got very overbought, similar to when we're back here and I think that is going to be enough to turn the market. But we want to see indications either with the parabolic or the RSI or one of our trade triangles starting to move down. I would say if we close, certainly, let's clean this up. If we close today below the opening of yesterday, or Friday I should say, the opening is 2056. If we close below that level, I would say this would not be a good sign for this market. So let's be extra careful and watch these markets and see what happens. There'll be lots of trades to make, so we don't have to make them all today. So be patient, be focused on the markets. I'm Adam Hewison from Market Club. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great trading day, everyone.